Hi there, I'm Ian, I'm the doc, this is Gary, he's the physio. Just want to talk about metatarsal fractures today. Everyone knows about metatarsal fractures, but this is just to tell you what's going on and what they are and where they come from. The metatarsals are these bones here that sort of join the bottom of your ankle joint and the top of your foot to your toes down here. They can all be fractured, of course. If you get stamped on by someone, they may well break. If you break the three in the middle, then that's not such a bad thing, as they usually heal on their own, usually. Not always, but usually. The one that everyone knows about, the one that has the most interest showered upon it, is the one, there's a fracture of the fifth metatarsal, which is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a thing called a Jones fracture, named after some bloke called Jones, a famous orthopedic surgeon. The fracture happens here, and it's not something that happens when you get stamped on, it's one that happens with repeated stress to the bone. So you can imagine if I got the bone and kept on bending it in and out like this and it cracked, no one's going to be surprised. That's what happens in someone's football boot. It's called a fifth metatarsal fracture or a Jones fracture, and probably the most important one. One last thing to mention is that recruits in the army often get March fractures, and you may have heard of those, and that's a stress fracture of these metatarsals. I'll pass you over to Gary, difficult one, to tell you what happens on the field of play.
Yeah, from a physio's point of view, these are very, very difficult. Not so much to diagnose, because the obvious sign is pain, and the player will complain of sudden and immediate pain and unable to put weight through the foot. The problem being is, as the doctor said, if it's the middle three bones, because they're fixed by the outside metatarsals, they're splintered. So again, they're protected. So the overlying feature is immediate pain. If you do take their boot off, you may get localised tenderness along the bone, but quite difficult to diagnose. Fifth metatarsal is slightly more obvious. They will point to the bony point on the outside of the foot and complain of immediate pain, and if you press that bone, they will let you know that it's hurting them. Again, if there's any doubt, you'll be guided by their pain. You need to remove them from the field of play, preferably non-weight bearing, get them onto the side of the pitch and get them reassessed and get some medical attention immediately afterwards.